what you need to look at when it comes to healing your body and creating that vibrant health. So when it comes to food and breast cancer, one of the most important things is for you to understand if you are metabolically flexible. Are you having insulin spikes? Are you insulin resistant? Because we know that those things will increase inflammation, growth factors, cause DNA damage, and trigger cancer. Specifically for breast cancer, you want to make sure that you are enjoying plenty of cruciferous vegetables because they optimize that phase 2 liver detoxification and they turn on many cancer protective genes. Berries, specifically blueberries, contains pterostilbene, which will kill breast cancer stem cells. So for me, essential number 1, what I had to revisit for my second healing journey, I learned to monitor my blood sugar on a daily basis. Not that I do it now, but I did while I was on my healing journey. I did a short-term ketogenic diet to reset my metabolism. I learned how to do a lot of fasting. I started blending instead of juicing because when I juiced, it would spike my blood sugar. And I did some food sensitivity testing and some DNA testing. A great test for you to know about is called the nutrition genome. It will look at your weaknesses in your DNA and tell you how you can best support it with food and with certain supplements. Essential number 2 is to reduce your toxic exposure. So we live in a toxic world. We can't deny that. We can't live in a bubble. But there are things, especially when it comes to breast cancer, that you need to be aware of. There's something called xenoestrogens. Basically, these are foreign or chemical estrogens that are found in the environment. They're 1,000 times more powerful than our own hormones. So things like BPA and phthalates, dioxins, xenometallogens. And where do you find them? Everywhere. Pesticides, herbicides, dental sealants, chemical air fresheners, your detergents, the makeups, the things you put on your skin, the sunscreens, the lotions. So they're everywhere. So you have to become very, very aware of all these things and change those habits. Not that you have to throw everything out all at once, but start replacing your products a little bit at a time. Then when we look at xenometallogens, so these are metals that will trigger breast cancer, and it will trigger fibrocystic diseases and cause dense breasts. Of course, glyphosates, we know that they act as an antibiotic in our gut, but they're also an endocrine disruptor. So make sure organic as much as you can, non-GMO, and as clean as you possibly can. We live in an environment where there's a lot of EMFs, so it's very important to learn how to protect your body from EMFs and to minimize that exposure. The key with breast cancer and EMFs is that it affects your melatonin production. Melatonin is a cytotoxic hormone. It literally kills those breast cancer stem cells and those breast cancer cells. So very important to reduce your exposure to EMFs and increase your melatonin. When it comes to chronic infections, when there's cancer, there's always an underlying background infection that's in the background that's weakening your immune system and keeping it very preoccupied. So something as simple as candida, making sure that you don't have a lot of viral infections like Epstein-Barr, CMV, cytomegalovirus. Look at Lyme's, which is bacterial. So you got to make sure that that environment, that terrain is clean. So what I did to take a deeper dive into essential number 2, coffee enemas on a regular basis, rectal, vaginal ozone, hyperthermia. We've heard about high heat improves the natural killer cells. I use the biomat, the saunas, lymphatic drainage, which is very important, and did a lot of cleanses to make sure that my immunity was strong.